Yes, I see me. I see me. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you? Well, actually, I actually have. Let me check off myself for an instant. So, if you've ever done a class with me, you know that sometimes I have my phone with me because I want to make sure. Okay, I see myself because I want to make sure that you can see and hear me. I want to make sure. Yeah, I can hear myself. So this is like my little backup plan to make sure that we straight. We straight. I'm excited because this is a class that I really enjoy teaching. So I can't wait to get you on track today. You might be thinking like you might not be able to comment just yet because we always get literally thousands of people on the webinar. And what that means is that the system has a very hard time the system calibrating. And so they suggested to me to make sure that I turn off the comments for just a little bit. So if you're having a little trouble, just know that that's what it is. Okay. I'm super excited. So you're always going to see me look down. I always have my lesson plan. See, I even printed out the color version for y'all. Okay. All right. So just a few housekeeping. Yes, the comments might be turned off for a second. Only the first 1,500 folks can comment. Unfortunately, it's not my rule. It's just the way the system is set up, so you don't overwhelm the system and break it. Y'all have broken it so many times that they've set this rule in place. 3, get yourself a notebook, because if you didn't know, I used to be a teacher for over 10 years. So, I want to make sure that, I come prepared. I mean, I'm silly, I'm fun and all that kind of stuff, but I am serious. You finna get this lesson. So if you don't have a notebook, piece of paper, pen, run and go get one and come on back. Okay? All right. So I think I can turn on the comments now because I think we've settled in a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come. So you should be able to chat in a moment. In a moment. Yes. Okay. Good. Perfect. All right. So let's get this party started. My team is letting me know they can hear me behind the scenes. So I'm so excited. All right. Let me get my presentation up because I come prepared. All right. So let me get my presentation. All right. No, y'all about to get your life. Like I've been working on this for a long time. All right. Can you see my presentation? Let me make sure I can see it, and then we'll get started. What's going on here? What is happening? No. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that you guys see my presentation? All right, I think I'm just looking at my phone. Can you see it? Well, okay. So you guys say you can see it. I can't see it on my phone, on my can y'all see it? Just let me know really quick that yes, you can see it. So I just want to make sure. All right, so I'm Tiffany the Budgetnista. You might have found me via, for some reason, I can't see my presentation, but you guys can see it? I want to make sure. There it is. Good. Okay. So you might have found me through the variety of ways, and some of those ways are next. New York Times, PBS, Today, MSNBC, Fox Business, Time, Yahoo, Huffington Post, the Wall Street Journal. I just share all those things because I want you to know this is the real deal, Holyfield. I've been over 10 years in the game of not only just running a business, but teaching financial education. Okay? Also, you might have heard of me from Sarah Jakes Roberts. That's my girl. I've spoken at her conference, and sometimes she sends books my way. Maybe one of my mentors, Jessica Honegger. She's amazing. She runs a 8-figure direct sales jewelry business, and she's amazing. Maybe on The Real, I've been on there several times. I'm their go-to finance girl, okay? Maybe my girl Love You sent you this way. Maybe my girl Jenna sent you this way. Maybe Renee, maybe Yvonne, you know what I mean? If any of them sent you, let me know in the comments so we can say, hey, I can give them their props for sending you this way. Because I love women power and how we just look after each other and make sure that we're good, because sometimes you guys hit them up and ask them financial questions that they don't have the answers to, so they send you on over to me, which I love. Okay. All right, so we are going to talk today about how do you build a business with your current skill set. You're going to see me, like literally, you're going to see me with like my lessons. You might see me look down. I know I'm in the box in the corner. You might see me look down a lot is because I'm looking at my lessons and I want to make sure that I don't leave anything out. I spend a lot of time preparing for you guys. I have my master's in education. I don't know, did I mention that? Well, I do. And so I take it really seriously, the way adult learners learn. And I know some of you are really struggling with where you are financially and want to change that with a business. And I am proof that you can do so, okay? I am literally proof that you can do so. So let me know what state you're from, what country you're from. If you haven't gotten your pen and paper, you should have by now. And stay until the end, because something I love to do is give additional information. I'm going to give you a huge bonus. It's going to be my top 4 keys to marketing. And so a business, 99% of business needs to market in some sort of way. You know, some of them market organically, some of them market like more strategically, but either way, typically a business needs marketing to grow. And after 10 years, not that I perfected it, but I've gotten pretty darn good. So I'm going to give you that for free. Actually, I've already given you some stuff for free. So if you, in every email that I sent you, I have sent you, I know you probably can't see this, but it's in the little box below. It should be the financial, the proposal template. So I'm holding it down here below. It was in every email that I sent you to get here. And that proposal template, literally this template, it's in every email that said, come to class. And so the proposal template, this is literally the template that someone helped me create. And I have used this to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have given it to my friends. They've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you're in education in some kind of way, and that's what you want to do for business, then this proposal is going to be so helpful to you. So I gave that to you. And I also gave you a mind map that we're going to use later. But I just want to make sure that you don't forget the freebie that I gave you before class. The teacher in me always wants to make sure that you good. Not just good, but good. So you are here today because you want to use your own talents and gifts to create income, but you're not sure how. And you're here because you know that there are customers out there, but you don't know how to attract them. Got you. And you're not quite sure how to create products and services that your customers will love. Got you. Right? So here's my big promise to you. In the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn how to take the skills and audience you currently have, really grow that audience, and to create a profitable business. Okay? It doesn't happen overnight, but at least you can get the information that you need to either tweak what you're doing or start to do something. Tweak what you're doing, start to do something. Twerk what you're doing, start to do something. All right? So let's get started. All right. So before we begin, I want you to limit your distractions because this is a real class, right? So the comments where they're on now. Turn off your phone unless you're watching on your phone. Close any extra tabs. Turn off the TV. Grab your mind map. I'm going to show you that in a minute. A pen and a notebook because it's going to be important that you stay focused. Okay? Awesome. And stick around to the end. Like I said, freebies and some bonuses. So grab your mind map. This is what it looks like. And so you can fill this out now or you can start to, and I'm going to show you what we're going to put in it to start. Okay? Well, first, let's talk about, while we're waiting, right, for you to grab your mind map, let's talk about why start your own business. Here's some of the reasons why starting your own business is just the jam, the jelly, the cheese, okay? It's because the income is limitless. When you start your own, when I was a preschool teacher, my income, I think I maxed out, I was making $50,000 or $55,000 a year at the max. When I first started, I was making 39. And then maybe like 6 years in, I taught for 10 years. So maybe like 8 years in, I started to make in the 50s and I maxed at about 55,000, right? But that's because literally there's a chart for teachers. Most states have or even cities have a chart. It's like, hey, teacher, number of years teaching, education level, and then the chart says you can make between this and this. When you own your own business, there's no chart. The income is limitless. You can make $1 billion, you can make $10 billion, you can make $2 million, you make $4 million. The income is limitless. That's what's so awesome about it. You control your taxes, right? So a tax accountant will tell you that when you have a regular job, which is nothing wrong with that. When you have a regular job, the government tells you what your taxes are because they already know what your income's going to be. But when you have a business, you tell the government what your taxes are because regular job says, hey, Tiffany, you're making 50. I want my 25, 30%, right? But for Tiffany, the business owner, they're like, we don't know what you're going to make. You tell me what you made. Oh, I made $100,000. Great. Give me 30% of $100,000. Wait, I bought a car for $50,000 for the business. Okay, well then you didn't make $100,000. You made 50 because you have to take the car expense out. And you say, wait, I didn't make 50,000. I spent 25,000 on staff. Oh, you didn't make 100 or 50. You spent 25,000. That's what's left over. Wait, I spent 10,000 of that 25,000 on rent. So you didn't make 25,000. You made 15,000. Pay taxes on that 15,000. So that's why with when you have a business, you can keep a lot more of what you make. You control your taxes because at the end, you subtract your expenses from what the business makes, not your expenses, but business expenses from what the business makes. And that allows you to dictate what your taxes are, okay? And you get to leave a legacy with business, and you get to create lasting change with business. Now, I'm not here, I worked a regular job. It is the reason why I'm even able to do Budgetnista. That's my current skill set, teaching. I have the utmost respect for having a regular 9 to 5, 7 to 3. I did it for 10 years, and I would go back and do it. I actually kind of miss teaching the babies, right? So I'm not here to say you have to choose. I'm here to say here is an additional thing you can do, or if you don't want to work where you work now, here's something that you can start to do to replace that, okay? So the objectives for today, well, before we even start that, I want you to make sure this is how you're going to fill in your mind map. You're going to identify your skill set. Here are ways to identify your skill set. Let me just see if y'all are chit-chatting. Here are ways to identify your skill set. I'm just looking because you guys are saying something. I'm going to try to take most of the questions at the end because it can get confusion when I'm like reading and looking. Okay, so one, what are you good at? What do people come to you for? Ask your family and friends. So for me, it took me a while, which is odd because I'm a teacher, right? I was a teacher, and I didn't realize that was my skill set that I could monetize because I don't know. I don't know why it didn't seem obvious to me. Your skill set's not always what you're doing for a living. I think that's what made it hard for me. Sometimes it's just, but what I found myself is I'm a chatterbox. I don't know if you could tell, but I found myself at the supermarket. I found myself with my sisters, with my friends, with everybody. I was like, and that's how you make a cake. And that's how you raise your credit score. And that's how you wash the dish. And so I was always teaching, even when I wasn't in the classroom. And so when I asked my family and friends, what's the thing you come to me for? They're like, you really give good advice, or you help me with this, you help me with that. And at first I was like, well, I'm a helper? Am I a giver? Yes. But I had to figure out, what did that really mean? And I realized that all that really meant was, I am a teacher. Literally, Tiffany, you are a teacher. You are good at teaching. People come to you for teaching. You enjoy teaching, And so that's how I was able to. But what I did was that mind map that I just showed you. And hey, if you're getting value from this just in general, I love sharing because when you teach, you learn twice. When you share something that you're currently learning and you share it out into the world, you actually help to embed. This is teacher Tiffany talking. Well, I'm always talking to teacher Tiffany. You help to embed that knowledge inside yourself. So if you see something that's dope, take a screenshot, share it on social, tag me at the Budgetnista, right? So you see the middle of the mind map, you can write like me. And then what are things that you find yourself doing? So you might find yourself sharing, but in what ways? You see how you can use that mind map to start to fill out. So you can start to get an understanding of, me in the middle, I volunteer, I teach, I help, I share. So in what ways do I share? So that's the 4 boxes, right? What ways do I share? Information, resources. So you start to get, I want you to get a picture of kind of holistically of how you already show up in the world, okay? That's what you're going to use that mind map. If you're asking, where's the mind map? I'll send it to you in the email. The email that brought you here, go to that email, scroll to the bottom, the mind map is in there. And I want you to use that to help identify what your current skill sets are. Remember the questions to ask, okay? What are you good at? What do people tend to come to you for? What do you find yourself doing over and over and over again? Ask your family and friends. Even if you make a chart, like you keep that mind map with you and write down some of the activities that you find yourself doing day by day. That's going to help you to identify what are my current skill sets. All right, here's an example. Tiffany, my career was a preschool teacher, and now I'm a financial educator, right? And Tracy, this is people I actually know, financial analyst, right? And so now she's a fashion stylist. You might think, how do those things two go together? Tracy, as an analyst, now uses those analytical skills to analyze fashion trends and to make sure that her clients are on the cutting edge up and up. Because Tracy, She actually is my stylist. She used to like, so she'll let me know what's like up and coming. So she thinks about fashion analytically, not just creatively. So isn't that so awesome? She was able to take this financial analyst and, well, it says fashion analyst. Fashion, well, it's really, she was a financial analyst and become a fashion stylist, right? So that's just awesome. So really, Tracy's skills are analyzing, and she was able to take that to different industries. Karen, she was a scientist, and she still is a scientist. And now she, her business is Poshmark. And so what's so great about that is that with Poshmark, you might think scientist, Poshmark, but Karen is orderly. Woo, if you knew Karen. I mean, like, even when her Poshmark pictures, she is orderly, she is concise, because when you are a scientist, you have to be so specific about how you present. And her Poshmark store does so well because she is very specific about how she presents her clothing to potential customers. So it doesn't have to be, I was a teacher at school, and now I'm a teacher in my side hustle or my business. Sometimes it's pulling out skill sets and say, how do I assign this skill set to a new industry? Got it? If you got it, let me know. I like a little back and forth. Got it? They got it. So tell me, what do you do? What are your skills? Let me know in the comments. What do you do? What are your skills? Maybe I'll shout you out. Okay. All right, next. 4 ways to grow. Now, here are the 4 ways we're going to talk about today about how you're going to be able to grow your business, okay? The message, the audience, the financials, the team. The message, the audience, the financials, the team. The message, the audience, the financials, the team. Okay. All right. So let's get started with the message. The message. First things first. I'll pop up. Anyway, let's see. I want to make sure. Be mindful as we go over these things that not everything's going to apply to you, but you're going to listen with an open mind and use the lessons to enhance what you already know or what you're already doing. Okay? I just want to be mindful, right? And so if you didn't know, I actually, like I said before, I used to be a preschool teacher, and I never dreamed that I would be running a multi-7-figure, and maybe by the time, maybe, I don't know, 8-figure a year, we're on the cusp, right? But a multi-7-figure a year company, right? Well, I'll say this. Yes, a multi-7-figure year company. I never thought that would be me, but everything started small. I mean, when I say small, literally small, one-on-one. That's how I started the Budgetnista. So don't think to yourself, no, it couldn't be me. Yes, it could. I taught preschool for 10 years, making from $39,000 and maxing out at $55,000 a year after 10 years, and now multi-7-figure a year company. And I share that because I want you to be encouraged that too can be you, okay? So, all right. And just be mindful, again, if you're not able to comment, sometimes that happens. It means that there are thousands of you on here, and the comment section can only manage about 1,500 at a time. So the message, it's important that your business conveys a clear message. So take screenshots if necessary. Is your message clear and concise? So you want to specialize. Here's the thing. Most folks, when they are starting a business, they do too much. They're the corner store. You sell hoagies, you sell jewelry, you sell Pop-Tarts, you sell cupcakes, you sell breakfast, lunch, dinner. You do too much. You want to be a tree business, not a bush business. Tree business, not a bush business. Tree, not a bush. Tree, not a bush. What does that mean? This is a tree. A tree has a strong tree trunk, right? And with a strong tree trunk means that one core deliverable everybody knows you for. For me, it was literally budgeting. That's why I was the Budgetnista. I wasn't just the Budgetnista for my health. I was truly the Budgetnista. And then I got to branch off into multiple branches, but only after I built trust and expertise in one core thing. This is what bush business. So when you have a tree business, growth is endless. You could grow as much as you want. When you have a bush business, what happens? You sprout really early. You start to grow branches before you have any trunk. And look how high you can grow. You can't grow as high. I want you to be a tree business. Someone say, I'm a tree, right? So making sure that your message, which is how do you show up to your customer, is clear and concise, right? So it's important that your business conveys a clear and concise message. It includes focusing on delivering one thing really, really well and then expanding after you build expertise and trust, like I said. So how I first started, I started to do one-on-ones, but I started to share my message everywhere. Once I got clear that I teach women about money, I put it in my email signature, social media platforms. I wore it, like, look, I'm wearing a Dreamcatcher shirt. That's the name of my audience. So they recognize that. I'm always wearing my Budgetnista bracelets on these bracelets are embossed on them are need it, love it, like it, want it. Those are your spending priorities in order. And so I'm always wearing my message of financial education to women. And so you're wanting to do that because you never know who's going to be listening. You never know who's going to be Googling you. You never know. My message is the same on YouTube, Facebook, website, blogs, everything, right? And so what you deliver to who and to how, being clear. You want to make your message also as small as a pen. You want to make your message small as a pen. What does that mean? That this pen, I don't know, it says Wayne Motor Auto Body. How did I get this pen? Because their messaging was so good. I clearly must have taken it when I signed something, or maybe someone else did, and then it got passed from person to person. This has been passed. I don't even know if I've been to Wayne Auto Body. Actually, I know I have not been to Wayne Auto Body. So what does that mean? That their messaging has been easily passed. Some people's messaging is so heavy. It's like, oh, I help women on Thursdays, but sometimes I also fry chicken. Oh, and sometimes I wear jewelry, and sometimes I do hair, and sometimes that is so overwhelming. You know, and when your message is so overwhelming, what that means is that people are going to have a hard time following what your message is, okay? And you don't want that. You want to make sure that they're going to have an easy time not only following what your message is, but passing it from person to person, right? You want your message to be like a pen. And also, you want it to be like a powdered donut. So when you brush up against someone, they get a little powdered donut on themselves. When they brush up against the next person, they get a little powdered donut, and they brush up. So literally, your message is, the most powerful message is not passed by you, it's passed by others, okay? Got it. And what do you deliver to how and to whom? Got it? Good. Okay. Next. The audience. Okay. Awareness. Who is your perfect customer? And how do you connect with them? This is important, right? So at first I spoke to everyone. But everyone is not your perfect customer. It took me a while to realize that mine was women. You have to identify who your perfect customer is, right? So mine is women ages 25 to 45. On average, y'all make mid 5 figures to 6 figures a year. You have kids. Most of you guys have college degrees. You want to be polarizing, right? People here, I talk to women, men get mad. Good. Greatness is polarizing. You want to get clear. You know, and so how do you connect with them? So one of the best ways to share and to connect with your audience is through who you already know right now. People will tell you that your family and friends don't buy your stuff. They may not buy your stuff, but they can still start off as your mouthpiece, right? So you want to share with family, share with friends, share with social media, be consistent. You'd be surprised at how, so I think one of the first times I was ever on TV, it was a Facebook friend. I had not seen Angelo in years, and I went to high school with him. He saw what I was doing on social media on Facebook, and then he shared it with his producer, and I got on local TV for the first time. So you never know. Sharing with family and friends is a really great way to start to share and find your audience, right? Positioning. What do you want people to believe about you? People believe what you see. I can make people believe that I was a purple unicorn, right? You know, I mean, it's weird how, you want to use your power of positioning for good. But if I'm always talking about financial education, I had a law passed in the state of New Jersey to make it mandatory. Well, I wrote the bill. I have helped to write the bill. And so, I cannot sign a law because I'm not a governor, but I wrote the bill, worked on it with my assemblywoman. And so now in the state of New Jersey, it's mandatory to teach financial education to middle school students. So what does that mean? It means I am consistently positioning myself to say, I teach financial education. I teach financial education. I'm teaching my audience what to think about me by consistently showing up the same. How are you consistently showing up the same? It's important to be ethical. Don't forget, take screenshots. So I'm not going to be able to go back as much because I have a lot of information to cover. I'm not going to be able to go back as much, right? So it's important to be ethical and real. Greatness is truly polarizing, okay? So like I said, what does that mean? It means being very clear about who you're speaking to as far as the audience, because you actually want to push some folks away because that will actually pull some folks closer. Got it? Got it. Okay. Value, right? So before you ask, you got to give. That part is so important when it comes to your audience. If you want to build an audience, you want to be a resource. The more you deposit, the more you can withdraw. Develop cheerleaders, And so one of the best ways to do that is to really look to serve. I am all about service. I want to earn the right to service my customer. Some people think that people should just buy just to buy. Why? Is my thing good? Is it good for them? Is it of value? And I'm teaching you guys like my core beliefs. Not everyone thinks this way, but I believe in a business that is full of integrity, that is led by kindness, purpose, and passion, right? People lead our business, lead my business. And so it's really, really important for me that I have to instill value before I can ask for anything. And so when you do that, when you instill value in such a way and you really help to transform people's lives, they become your cheerleaders. And what that means, it makes marketing that much easier because it makes it so much easier to pass that pen from person to person, right? Something really, really critical that I want you to keep in mind. So here's just some examples of giving, but I'll get that back to in a minute. But something critical I want you to keep in mind is I want you to own your audience. What does that mean? If your whole audience lives on Facebook, or all your audience only lives on Instagram, or whatever social media platform's hot at the moment, if that's the case, you want to know what's going to happen? When those platforms shut down, you don't have any more audience. The only way to really own your audience is to collect their emails via an email list. And so a great way to collect emails via an email list is to be of service and give. I have a goodie email list, right? And so what happens is when people sign up for my goodie emails, I send pretty much weekly dope resources to them, but I get to collect that email. I do 10 minutes with Tiffany sometimes, and that's just when I go live on whatever social media platform I feel like. And when I do that, people then typically are like filtered into one of my challenges or email lists. I also do these annual challenges that are really dope. And so that's another way that I collect emails. So here's the key about collecting emails. The core purpose of when you're collecting email should not be to collect email. It should be to instill value. The challenge is dope. So you give me your email as almost like a thank you, Tiffany, not because you owe. The goodie emails are dope. With or without me collecting emails, those goodie emails are dope. And so I use something good and dope that I would do anyway and say, hey, maybe this is an opportunity to bring my audience on board to something that I own, which is my email list. So don't let that slip you by. Emails have not gone out of style and fashion. I'm telling you right now, because if all these social media platforms shut down right now, so many people would have no businesses. And so I've got a really robust email list. It's what brought you here. See? So just be mindful of that, okay? So use analytics on these free platforms to figure out who's listening to you. Like most social media platforms have analytics. That's how I found out it was mostly women between the ages of 25 and 45. I use the analytics on the social media platforms I'm on, and I was like, wow, I was speaking to everyone, but not everyone is listening. These are the people that are listening. Remember, people don't just purchase products and services. They buy movements, they buy inspiration, they buy ideas, personalities, they buy transition and transformation. Are you going to provide that? How will you motivate people to believe in you, your product, and your service? First, it has to be real. It has to be genuine. When people can feel you, like the human in you can feel the human in me. That's why you're here. You have to be able to connect with people. Study sports teams, sororities, fraternities, musicians. They have perfected the audience, right? Think about that. Sororities, fraternities, musicians, sports teams. They have perfected the art of getting the audience involved. You need to do the same too, okay? Let's go on. You got it? You guys feeling good? Let me know. Because, I like to know in the comments and let me know. You feeling good, feeling good, feeling good? All right. So let's talk about, actually I have some more about the audience. The community. Having a community has been the single most, I would say, transformative thing I have been able to do to grow my business to what it is now. A community is this: a group of people gathered around a common goal, activity, idea, interest, or purpose. A group of people gathered around a common goal, activity, idea, interest, or purpose. So building a community, the key is they have to gather around a common goal, activity, idea, interest, and purpose, right? And then you have to give your group or goal something to do to connect them. Because if the community only connects with you, it's not a community. Beyonce's Beehive. The Beehive loves Beyonce, but the Beehive connects with each other too. If they only connected with Beyonce when she goes on vacation or hiatus for a year like she's done before, then they'll just be flailing in the wind. What happens when she's not on tour? They still, what? Hey, Beehive, hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl. You want to make sure that you're building a community that connects with you, but also connects with each other. And the best way to have your community connect with each other is to find a common goal or activity to help them to connect. Okay? Okay. So that part is critical. That's why building your email list is critical, because that is where you're going to collect your community. And then you can take your community other places. You might say, hey, community, I'm going to be in the park today. Meet me. Hey, community, I'm going to be online. Hey, community, I'm teaching a class. Hey, community, I'm going to be on a phone call. Hey, community, I'm going to be in your city. You see what I mean? And so when you build that community, they connect with each other, which really builds these long-lasting relationships, and then they connect with you. And then when you come out with different products or services, whatever, the community moves along with you because they know that you have always done them right. Remember, you have to earn the right to have customers. They don't owe you anything, okay? Got it? Let me know in the comments. Got it? I want you to say community in the comments. Okay, I'm seeing some of the great things that you guys are doing. Doctor, driving assistant, foster care manager. Wow, this is awesome. Oh, Tommy said, love your energy. You're a tree. Yes, trees. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Traveling. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm just reading some of the things, stuff that you guys say that you are. Advertising is everything. Yes. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Transform. Child, a lot of stuff. Okay, okay. Matter of fact, let me slow down because it's actually going too fast for me. All right, next. I feel good. You guys are getting the real deal. Holy God. Now let's talk about 3, the financials. Okay, the financial. Like I said, I have my lesson plans. I don't be playing. Let's see. Let me make sure. The financial. I feel like I skipped the page. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, the financial. All right, here it is. Okay. So how you manage your personal and business money can make or break your success. Your financials are literally the bloodline. If your money ain't right, your business ain't right. Okay? Right? If your money ain't right, your business ain't right. Somebody type, get right. Get right. I'm telling you right now, the finances are so important. So you want to get your finances in order. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. So when I started my business, I actually moved in with my sister. Right? So it's going to be important that you super save. And I had no money and I knew I needed to save. Right? So I moved in with my sister. Then I moved in with roommates, and I did this to save money. Consider starting to live on what I call a noodle budget. What's a noodle budget? A noodle budget is this. If you had to survive on ramen noodles, we all know that ramen noodle life, or most of us, right? At some point. Meaning that if you had to get down to the low of what your expenses are, what would that budget be? Would it be $2,000 a month, $10,000, $5,000? I don't know. I don't know your life. But what I do know is if you're going to make room to invest in your business, you have to sometimes pull back for a short, like a period. Well, I won't say short. You never know how long it's going to take. But you have to pull back for a period of time and invest that money, not into day-to-day life, but into your business. And one of the best ways to do that is to get down as close as you can to your noodle budget, your if I had to eat ramen noodle budget, like your bare bones budget, and to put that extra money back into your business, right? That's going to be important. Get yourself legal, right? And so what does that mean? Well, let's talk a little bit more about noodle budget. I think I want somebody to type in noodle, right? So any money that's not spent on necessity in your personal life is taking away from the runway you need to make your business profitable. I want you to think about a plane. So planes don't just do this, take off, right? That's a helicopter. Planes need runways, time to gather speed before they go up. This is literally called a runway, right? This piece right here. You need a runway too. And that runway is money stashed up. So here's the thing. If you're still living at your current budget, your runway is shorter. Oh no, business didn't do well. The more money that you can use to extend your runway, because what if takeoff is here and you run out of money here? And you're like, dang, my business didn't work. It's not that your business failed. You didn't have enough money to finish that runway. So that's why that saving is so important, as much as you can save, right? What can you cut back? Do it and invest in your business. It's a temporary sacrifice. Temporary sacrifice. Take a screenshot of this. Temporary and share it on social. Tag out the Budgetnista. All right. Temporary sacrifice, right? Start your LLC. You want to get legal. So what does that mean? I'm sorry. I'm like, I love lip gloss, but it be getting on my teeth. Start your LLC as soon as you can, right? Well, as soon as you know that you're serious and you're making money. you'll need it for write-offs, right? So we sit down with an accountant that has small business clients, or a lawyer that specializes in small business. But you can honestly go online typically and say, how do I start a business in the state of ... Because when I didn't have any money, I did it myself. And back in the day, I don't know if banks still do this. Some banks will actually walk you through if you open up a business bank account with them, and if not, there are oftentimes SBA, Small Business Associations, where you are, and they're free. So they'll literally walk you through. You can bring your laptop or use theirs there. SBA. So you might type SBA in Newark, New Jersey, right? Whatever that looks like, wherever you are, and then you're nervous about registering your business, and they'll walk you through, because you're also going to need an EIN. That is the I forget what it stands for, but what it is basically like your business's social security number. You're definitely going to need that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Open up a separate business account ASAP, right? So that's a part of like getting legal, right? You want to have a separate checking account, so that way you make sure that your business money and your personal money are two separate things. That is critical. And this is my favorite and most important. Seek immediate ROI. So what does that mean? It means return on investment. Type in ROI. Return on investment. This is going to be so important. So gather close. I'm going to get this close. That's how important it is. Right? So ROI. So most people just look like a business. Look like a business, not a business. Look like a business, not a business. What's looking like a business? I have pens. I have a website. I have all the things that look like a business. Are you making money? No. Do you have customers? No. You're not a business. You know who has a business? Young girl down the street. Young Shantae. Shantae is a teenager. Shantae braids hair starting Friday night, and then on the weekends when she's not hanging out or hanging out with her friends or whatever. Here's the thing. Shantae has like a roster of young girls and some boys that come to get their hair braided. Shantae has a business. At 14, 15 years old, however old she is, she has a business. Why? She's got customers and they pay. Customers and they pay. Well, three things. She's got a product or service. 1. 2, she's got customers. 3, they pay. So that's an actual business. Shantae doesn't need a braid shop. Shantae doesn't need all these fancy things. She doesn't need pen and a website. No. Customers, well, a service or product, customers, and they pay, right? So that part is really, really, really important, because here's the thing. Most people invest heavily in the beginning on things where there's no direct return on investment. So this pen cannot be sold to make you money. So in the beginning, you have to ask yourself, is the thing that I'm buying going to make me money? And if it's not going to help you make money, then I'm not saying you don't get it later, but what I am saying is that it's taking away from your return on investment, okay? So just be mindful of that like you're investing in things where there's going to be a direct return on your investment. Because there's some things that direct return is, 10 years from now. And that's great when you're a bigger business, but typically you're really wanting to see a return fairly quickly, okay? Like for example, you're wanting to bake cakes. It's great for you to get a bakery, but honestly, right here, right now, you probably just want to get bread, eggs, flour, sugar, so I can bake this cake, sell this cake, get my money back. Okay? All right. Oh, actually, let's go back a little bit to financials. So I want to make sure you get financials right. So work towards return on this investment. Tweak it as you go. Create a how I will make money plan. For example, I remember one of my first how I get money plan was, if I do one-on-ones for $100 per person, I do 5 a week. That's $100 times 5. That's $500 a week. $500 a week. There's about 4 weeks in a month. That's $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year. Do you see? So I said $24,000 a year is not going to be enough. So if I wanted to make $50,000 a year, do I have to then do 10 one-on-ones 10 one-on-ones a week? Or instead of charging $100 per person, I could charge $200 per person. 200 times 5 a week is $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week times 4 weeks in a month is $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month times 12 months is $48,000. That's closer to my $50,000 goal. You have to make a clear how I will make money plan. After you kind of make a how I'm going to serve and give and having a great business as far as taking care of my customers, you have to address how are you going to make money. Write those numbers down, right? Work it and tweak it as you go. In the beginning, your goal might be to make extra $500 a month. How are you going to make that? It's not going to magically happen typically. I mean, sometimes people get lucky, but most people just get smart. Sometimes people get lucky, but most people just get smart. Okay. So, and also too, be mindful if you're starting to make over 6 figures a year in your business about taxes. So typically my accountant told me this is around the time that you really want to start to pay quarterly, and you likely are going to want to sit with your accountant every quarter. So a quarter is every 3 months. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. See? So you're going to want to meet with your accountant quarterly, and you're likely going to have to start paying taxes quarterly. And, and then from there, once you start to get a solid income kind of coming in, then you really start to think about scaling and how to multiply your success. One of the best ways to do that is to see where are you currently making the most for the least level of lift. Okay, this makes me good money, but I actually don't have to work as hard. This makes me only a little bit of money. Like, I don't do one-on-ones anymore. You want to know why? Because it took so much time, and yet I can't charge much for a one-on-one because I didn't feel right taking money from people who really didn't have it and they were struggling, And so, I was like, okay, one-on-ones are off the table. How do I help more people? And it's not a one-on-one. So that's why I took it off the table. So that's how I started to scale. I said, how do I help one Tiffany to mass amounts of people? And so that's what scaling looks like. But to see what is working, continue to do that more and ramp it up, and what is not, to cut that back. Okay? All right, good. Ooh, I'm feeling good. We on fire tonight. Temporary sacrifice, yes. Team. This is hard, right? Who do you hire and when? So here's some of the people, right? Here is, if you grow well, you don't have to have these people on your team. I'm just giving you an example of some team people, right? So when you want to, in the beginning, an admin is great, but you could be your own admin in the beginning, because that is an expense that you could put toward what I think is the most important, is a financial person, a bookkeeper or an accountant that works with small businesses. Because remember, money in, money out is the lifeblood of your business, okay? You won't stay in business long if you don't know what your money's doing. I don't care how much you make, you have to know what your money is doing. Hire your shortcomings. What are you good at? What are you not good at? Create an amazing work environment to work in. My unicorn squad, shout out. They always are watching because I want to make sure that, we don't have any technical difficulties, right? But everyone on your team, unicorn squad is what I call the folks that help me help you. So this is my team. I call them the unicorns because they make magic happen every day, right? And so everyone on the team should know your mission and your vision, and they should be a part of that. It's not. Here's the thing. It's not even my mission and vision. It's ours. We help people. We stand in our purpose, which is to be of service, right? We're passionate about making sure that women get access to the financial tools and resources they need for financial wholeness, right? And so the Unicorn Squad understands that. So you want to make sure that the people that you bring on your team understand that as well, right? And so they have to understand that people come before the process. Family, so they also know too, my team knows, I say family and health, first, second, and third. If you need something, take that time. Money is not the only thing that motivates great, amazing folks to work with you. Your mission and motivation have to inspire. If you're I'm not saying that, a ton of money doesn't help, but if you're mistreating people and you're giving a ton of money, they're still not going to stay. Because here's the thing, if somebody is amazing, they'll be able to find another job. So treating people well, treating people the way you want to be treated is going to be critical. Asking yourself, I get it that you really want to get this logo or website out, but your right hand person just told you she's been sick with the flu. Can't that logo wait? In my world, yes. Because what if I force it and say, well, girl, it was supposed to have been done? And she says, fine. And does the logo and then find somebody else to work with that's more reasonable. Because that's what's going to happen. Because here's the thing. People who are not great will stick around just for the money. But people who are good, they have other places to go. Someone's going to scoop them up. Treat them well. Treat them how you want to be treated, right? Create a transparent environment so everyone on the team knows what you're working with and how, and what you're working toward and how. My team, we have something called audacious goals that we work toward. Almost everyone on to start working directly with your customer, like an admin, customer support, social media comments, something to have, even if it's just for a week or so. They should understand, care for, and look after your customer. My customers are my sisters. That's y'all. Right? Dreamcatcher, y'all, I have 4 right, blood sisters, but y'all are my sisters too. It's okay to start with interns because interns teach you how to lead. You have to figure out your own leadership style, right? Invest in a team, here's the thing. You really want to make sure that people are better at you, better at certain things than you are. I can't be the best at everything. It's not even possible. I make sure my team is way smarter than me. And from what the reason why I brought them on is because they're way smarter than me in a particular subject matter or a particular task, right? And so, yeah, my team helped me to go from 5 figures to 6 figures to 7 figures plus a year, right? You cannot succeed alone. And so this is just some of the people, like I said, some of the people you might have on your team. Someone said team. Someone typed that in. I'm just making sure you guys don't have any. Good. Awesome. All right. So here's some members of my team. Jabril, marketing genius. He's also my business partner. This actually features Drina, my publicist. See, that's me at the real. Ebong, business, credit, and funding. Rohan, entrepreneurship. Danticia, inventions. Terry, taxes. Christina, real estate investing. Sandy, side hustling and small businesses. Catherine, nonprofits. Drina, public relations. Tila, stock investing. Natalie, student loan. These are some people on my team, y'all, and I'm about to share them with you. So I always share my team, because it's what helped me to have so not only do I have a 7-figure, multi-7-figure plus business, my personal net worth is in the 7 figures. I mean, low baby 7 figures, but still, I came from being a preschool teacher to that, And so having a successful business, really requires that you have people on your team, okay? And it requires that you are, in the beginning, like I said, it's okay if it's just you, but being mindful as you grow, this is what you're working toward, okay? Someone type in team, and take a screenshot if you will, share it on social. I'm all about the sharing, because when you teach, you learn twice. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, when you teach, you learn twice. When you teach, you learn twice. Okay, right? And so, all right, next. All right, let's talk about, this is kind of like a bonus, financial wholeness. I am actually super excited. I have been working on this for years. I am someone who is patient with the purpose. I am patient with the mission. Literally, I'm getting goosebumps, because financial wholeness has been a baby of mine for literal years. It is the answer to the question of, Tiffany, what are you really trying to do for people? What do I want of you, for you, and what do I want for myself? And it took a long time. I thought it was financial freedom. Financial freedom is like stuff that the 1% really talk about. There's nothing wrong with being part of the 1%, but I'm talking about realistically, because when I think of financial freedom, I think of on a yacht, in my private island. And not to say that's impossible, but the likelihood, not that likely, right? Right? That's why it's 1%. Financial wholeness is about the 99. It's about regular, everyday people like you, like me. Don't be fooled by, because I have a successful business. That's just recently that has been popping. The truth is, I have been a preschool teacher way longer than I was, not way longer, but a preschool teacher and a teacher. Well, yeah, preschool teacher and just a teacher in general, way longer than I was a business owner. And so I had been working on for myself. And so this is how I operate as a person. As I work toward better for myself, I am constantly asking myself, how can I, as I help myself, how can I help you? So this is really a bonus. And the bonus is financial wholeness. And I have been wrestling with this, I'll probably say hardcore last 2 years, maybe 5 years. And asking, like I said, first I was wrestling with myself, Tiffany, what is it, even now that technically, I guess you could say, if I didn't want to work anymore, and because I live really simply, I live off less than 30% of my income, that if I didn't want to work anymore and I would continue to live simply, could I stop working? Yeah, I could, because I bought my car already. It's already paid off and stuff, right? And so, but I still didn't feel right. And I was trying to ask myself, why, Tiffany, when technically you made it, we did it, yeah. Something didn't feel right. And what's not right? What wasn't right? It's financial wholeness. It was this. It's a concept that I have recently come to the realization of, that I have come up for myself, and I want it for you too. So I'm excited to share it with you. It's just something I'm really excited to share with you, because it is going to transform you from where you are to where you want to be. It has transformed my life. When I tell you transform my life, so I know I'm talking a lot about it, because I'm building you up, but it's just a dope concept. It is the answer to the question. And that's what I've been looking for. What is the question? The question is, how do I get on financial track? Where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to do? I'm a mess with my money. How do I get good with my money? What does that look like? What does good look like? What does that mean? All those kind of financial questions you have swirling of like, as a responsible adult, what should I do money-wise? This answers that question, not just for you, but for me too. That's why I'm so excited about it, because I was curing the sickness in myself as it relates to money. And in turn, I can't wait to share it with you. Okay. So someone type in financial wholeness. These are the 10 steps to financial wholeness. I'm super, super, super excited about it. So they are in order, but you don't have to do them in order. They can be done out of order, but they build upon each other depending on where you are. Anyway, I'm just excited about it. I'm gonna try not to speak so quickly, because like, you don't understand. When I finally came up with this concept of financial wholeness in these 10 steps, I literally could not sleep almost for 2 days, because I was like so excited about it, and building out what does this really mean. So these are just steps for now, right, for you. But I have built out a whole system behind this. And when I say it's transformative, I have shared it with my friend who makes multi-six figures. I shared it with my millionaire friend. I shared it with my friend who's still a teacher. She's awesome, Charlene. She makes, I think, I want to say in the high 40s, $40,000, like, you know. I've shared it with my younger sister who don't make like hardly nothing. I shared it with my best friend who's unemployed. I have shared it with so many people, because I wanted to know, like, am I bugging? Is this dope, or is this just dope? Or is this like, because you know how sometimes you're like, you think your outfit is cute, but you like, is it just cute to me, or does the world think I'm cute? So I was nervous, because I was nervous to share this baby, because I wasn't sure, like, is it cute? No, this is cute. This is transformative cute. This is, and take the screenshot, share it, save it for yourself. These are the 10 steps to financial wholeness. Step 1, a semi-automated budget, because at some point you do have to look in on your budget, right? It is critical that you have a physical financial picture of what your money should do. Step 2, an automated investment plan, right? So investment is not just for wealth, it's also for retirement. Step 3, debt pay down plan, right? You don't have to be debt free, but you should have a plan in place. Type in wholeness for me. I need your energy. Type in wholeness, because we're about to get together, right? Step 4, at least 3 months of expenses saved. And you might ask yourself, what does this have to do with like starting my business? If you don't have a strong personal financial foundation, it's going to be very difficult for you to grow and amplify and scale your business. This right here is everything. This is the rooter and the tutor, okay? So 3 months of expenses saved. When I say expenses, I mean noodle budget expenses, right? So like, how much does your life cost you at your noodle budget? At least 3 months of that saved. At least. 5, perfect credit score. I want you to have a 750 or better, because that's the beginning of perfect credit, when you're going to get the best interest rate. 6, more than one source of income. That's what we're talking about today with starting your business, right? So I have more than one company. When I was a preschool teacher, I also tutored and I babysat. More than one way that money comes into your household is going to be critical to make sure that you have a strong financial platform. 7, money team. Right? So we talked about the money team a little earlier. Some people on my business money team, but your personal money team, what does that look like? I've been to show you. 8, adequate insurance. Do you have a cat? Maybe you need pet insurance. Maybe you're rental insurance, health insurance, life insurance, like a car insurance. You want to make sure that you are protected through insurance, right? 9, positive net worth. That just means, what do I own? What do I owe? Do I own more than I owe? That's a net worth. Do I own more than I owe? Right? So I can get you there. Estate plan. Sometimes the estate plan entails like a trust or a will. It could be something as simple as, to start, adding your significant other, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your niece, your nephew as a beneficiary on your bank account. So if something should happen to you, they won't have trouble accessing your bank account, right? But isn't this awesome? These are the 10 things that if you have these 10 things, so you might like check off. I want you to tell me, what percentage of you are financially whole right now? Are you 80%? So if you have 8 of these right now, you 80% financially whole. You got 3, you 30% financially whole. You got 1, you 1% or 10% financially whole. You have 10, right? You've got 4, you're 40% financially whole. Tell me, what percentage, looking at this, what percentage of financial wholeness have you already achieved, right? And so I actually have a tool that teaches all 10 steps. It teaches the business. It teaches the budget. It teaches the investment. It teaches the debt pay down. It teaches the saving 3 months of expenses and the credit and the money team and the adequate insurance. And the positive net worth. It teaches all of that and a bag of tricks. That's why I'm so excited, because this is transformative. It's not just, I don't think you understand. This is, I want you to mark this day and time. And I want you to remember this day and time, because this is when you'll look back and be like, wow, this is when I really started to transform my life. When I started to step toward financial wholeness. Financial wholeness. Doesn't it feel like a warm blanket, right? Wholeness, not freedom, not completion, all these other words. That's cool. But here's the thing, like wholeness means you have all of that. It's all encompassing, because you get to decide what wholeness looks like for you, how deep you want to go into these 10 steps. But I'm going to help you, because it's difficult to do things alone. This is African Proverbs. You want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go with others. You are not alone. I did not get to where I am now by myself. And so I created this amazing tool to help you achieve financial wholeness. And that tool is the Live Richer Academy. If you're already a member of the Academy, let me know in the comments and say DB, because Academy members, we call ourselves Dream Builder. And I created this Live Richer Academy. And I didn't realize at the time when I was creating it, what I was really doing was creating a transformative tool to help women reach financial wholeness. A transformative tool to help women reach financial wholeness. And it is, the Academy is single-handedly the biggest component of my legacy that I am proud to leave behind, because it has already helped tens of thousands of women go from where they are to where you want to be. Actually, let me show. I can show you that I can tell you. And here are the 3 ways we do it. It's knowledge, access, and community. But I want to show you something really quick. Look. Right? The Live Richer Academy grows your business. Look at Angela. Good morning, everyone. I just made a significant amount of money on my side hustle. Excess $1,200. I now have money to fund my savings and my business wholeness. Keisha, I made my first offer on a multiplex on Friday. Child, wow, I'm buying a multiplex. Thank you, Jesus. Dream Builders. Thank you for planting a seed. Dream Builders are what we call ourselves in the Academy. I've learned so much from the DB, which is Dream Builders, and LRA, which is the Live Richer Academy. I'm glad to be in the building phase. Hello? When you have a multiplex, you're a business owner, right? Not only does it grow you money, Live Richer Academy saves you money. Keisha, I've taken and completed the budgeting course, and it's helped me tremendously. I call myself Mrs. Me Too when it comes to my relationship with money. Budgeting has helped me to realize I can't have everything just because I want to keep up with the Joneses, and has allowed me to spend within my means. I've saved over $100 monthly, and I've cut back on 3 monthly bills. That is $1,200 a year. Go ahead, Akeisha. Milani. These are screenshots I've literally taken from our private Facebook group. Hello, everyone. My name is Milani. I've only been part of the LRA for less than a week, and I've already have a testimony. Within this first week of looking at my budget, I've slashed $1,100 off my monthly budget through changing a few habits. She goes on to say some ways that she's able to do stuff. She's also gone through her statements and found a $563 water heater refund that never happened. When I tell you, she is, saving money, Milani. And Akeisha, the Live Richer Academy makes you money. I've earned a lot taking the stock course. We have a stock course in the Academy. It's amazing. I made nearly $2,000 on my initial investment. Come on. I have a second job as an online project manager for entrepreneurs that I love, and I'm working on 2 additional businesses. I've used the snowball method as a specific debt pay down plan. Hello, financial wholeness. To pay off a card in 30 days. The sky's the limit. It is. Come on. And look at Nadine. This is to end with Nadine. I have taken so many classes. I asked her how many classes she took. Your budgeting class helped me the most. Okay, it's a staple, right? So I've learned how to invest on my own using the stock intensive. That's a class in the Academy. I have gained almost $1,600. I've also used the credit course to boost my score over 100 points. Through what? The Live Richer Academy. Financial wholeness. Melissa and Riri, appreciation post. Ever since I saw the Budgetnista on the Real Talk Show, I told myself I want to get my finances together, right? So what did she do? She joined the Liberature Academy, and since she's accepted her first credit card in 10 years. She had a fear about credit cards over her lax experience of using them. She learned about credit utilization and the importance of doing so. She's almost in the 700 club, and she has the wonderful people of the Liberature Academy to thank. And she said, thank you, Tiffany, so much for your financial wisdom and teachings. And Riri says, I just want to say this group is amazing. This is our private group that comes along with the Academy. I felt so swamped and overwhelmed with trying to figure things out on my own. But the Academy has changed my life mentally and financially. Wholeness. As I begin to make changes, I will success stories. Thanks for being so helpful, transparent, and vulnerable in your truths and your triumphs. In your truths and your triumphs. Yes. That is financial wholeness. So not only does the Liberature Academy, it transforms your life in transformative, tangible ways, grows your business, boom. Saves you money, boom. Makes you money, boom. Teaches financial wholeness. I mean, you can't beat it. And here's how we do it. We have access to over 50 top financial experts and life experts walking you through every stage of your journey to literature. The lessons are live, and we have pre-recorded lessons, easy tasks, worksheets, and more. Amazing customer support. We call them Unicorn Squad that I mentioned earlier to help with program and technical guidance, exclusive offers and discounts, a private Facebook community, over 23,000 women and new friends to cheer you on. I am so proud of the Liberature Academy. We have some dope courses. We literally have hundreds of courses. This is just a few. How to start a small business. Hello. How to build a newsworthy brand. Taxes for bosses. Best tips on getting a business loan. How to write and sell and market your ebook. Side hustles with Sandy. How to get funding for your nonprofit, 5 ways to brand yourself as an expert, how to get your business out in the press, estate planning, preparing for job loss, negotiating like a boss, healing your relationship with money, 5 ways to clear your mind and create your new habits. All this leads to the transformative nature of financial wholeness. I mean, I can't express enough, because there are thousands of you watching, how important that investing in yourself is going to be a critical component. And so one of the things I did, I invested in a business coach, and I shared the Liberature Academy with her, and she told me this is the price that it should be. She told me that the price the Academy should be $100 a month. And I said, it just didn't seem right. Remember I talked about earlier that part of growing a business, for me, I know it's not for everyone, is people and purpose. And my purpose is to provide as much access as possible to women who desire to move forward. Right? So I want to create as much access as I can. And I just felt like at $100 a month, it just seemed a lot. Not that it's not worth it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't charge what you're worth, but you should also charge what feels right. What you're worth and what feels right. And I said, I'm not going to do $100 a month, which she called me crazy, but whatever. She's called me crazy before. And so I cut it in half. And I said, I'm going to make it $49.99 a month for the Liberature Academy. And she was like, okay, girl, I mean, you don't listen sometimes, but I've always been hard-headed. And I felt right with that. But I also feel right by saying this, because whenever I get a chance to go live, I like to reward people who are willing to take action immediately and now. Because one of the most key important traits that I have cultivated in myself, and I have seen translate into creating a 5-figure, then 6-figure, then 7-figure year business, is taking action. Action is a direct line to success. And so I said, when I go live, I make this opportunity available where I say, instead of charging $49.99 a month, for those who take action while we are still here, while we are talking, while I'm answering questions, which I'm going to get to in a minute, that you could save 40% indefinitely on your Academy membership. The monthly membership is $49.99 a month, but the take action now while we are live is $29.99 a month for you. The 1 month, and that's monthly. If you sign up for 6 months, you actually get 1 month free. So instead of $249.66 for 6 months, it's $149.95 for 6 months. That's incredible. And the best value, yearly membership, and you're already a member of if you're a Dream Builder, you're already a member. Let me know in the comments. Yearly membership, you get 2 months free. That's really the best value. So instead of $499.90, you get $299.90. And so what I love about this is that it rewards you indefinitely, because one thing I do is when folks sign up for the Academy, because honestly, a year from now, the Academy might be $100 a month, right? But you will always pay what you signed up for. It is always my gift because one, I believe in taking action. Two, I believe in investing in yourself. So I have to put my money where my mouth is, which is one, if you take action while we're live right now, I can guarantee you 40% off the Academy. I only do this when I do a class. I only do this because I know that you're here already investing your time, your energy, your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams. And I'm asking, are you ready to also invest in yourself? Are you ready to invest in the information, in the knowledge, in the access, in the community that you need to take yourself to the next level? Because this is what I do all day, every day. I invest in myself to take myself to the next level. You saw my list of money team. Those people I pay. And for example, my publicist at minimum, she's $3,000 a month. My student loan coach, I think I paid her, I want to say $400 something to help me to get $17,000 for giving off my student loans. These are people who are also teaching in the Academy. My business partner, we have a business together. In exchange for his marketing genius, he gets a piece of business. That's a lot of money. Okay. Hey, Jamal, right? My business coach, I pay her hundreds of dollars a month. She's inside the Academy. I have a CFP now. She's $15,000 for the year. She's inside the Academy. If I were to add up everything with all the experts, 50 plus experts, hundreds of classes, it would be over $10,000 just for, honestly, a year's membership. But the Academy is $1 a day. $1 a day. That's crazy. $1 a day. And so another thing that I try to do is, because one of the reasons why the Academy is so effective is because one time we did a huge launch, and not to say we'll never do a huge launch again, but there were so many new people, it became overwhelming. So what I try to do is allow registration to be a little bit smaller and manageable. And so what I do is I allow, with the thousands of folks watching, I allow a maximum of 600 folks at a time to register for the Live Richer Academy. There should be a button, a sticky note, a link here somewhere for you to register for the Academy. I know you want to lock in your 40% off. And so I allow 600 people at a time because it allows the team to manage. It allows us not to be overwhelmed. It also allows, because we have a private Facebook group. And what that means is when a lot of new people come in, it can throw off equilibrium and the energy of the group. I've seen it firsthand. So we try to keep registration fairly small because I have an audience size of nearly 1 million women. And nearly 1 million women. And so when we unleash to everyone, it gets to be too much. And even sometimes when I do a class, it gets to be too much. So we've capped it at maximum 600 women that are allowed. I mean, we get a trickle of men. So if you're a man, you're like, I want to join. I don't turn you away. But typically women, 600 folks signing up at a time. And I only guarantee that while we are in class, in session right now. So 40% off if you sign up while we're in session. I'm going to take some of your business questions in a minute. So as long as you get in before the business questions are closed, and only 600 people despite the thousands that might be watching, right? Okay. So, and here's what I want to just kind of like share with when it comes to the Academy. So when you sign up, you also get an immediate signing bonus guarantee for those live, right? So I'm excited about this signing bonus because it really speaks perfectly to what we talked about today, business. Some people ask me, how did you grow a multi-million-dollar brand from being a preschool teacher? So I did this about half an hour course. It's a bonus. And I did this corresponding workbook. And I made it, and I told myself, I want to start teaching more business classes. So I'm actually going to bundle these things together, and I'm going to sell them for about $499, I think $500, because it's worth more than that. But I started thinking, because I want to do a series of these, but I'm going to give it away as an immediate bonus for those who sign up while we are in session at this moment in time. That as soon as you sign up for the Live Richer Academy, you get your 40% off. As soon as you sign up for the Live Richer Academy, as long as we're here, you get to be one of the 600. And as soon as you sign up, immediately you get the lesson, this exclusive, the 3 Ps I used to help me grow a multi-million-dollar business, and the corresponding workbook that I created. It's really dope, and I'm super proud of it, quite honestly, right? It's literally impossible to lose with the Academy if you do the work. You'll either start your business, save money, make money, or all three. It's literally impossible. The Academy is $1 a day. $1 a day. And if you sign up for 6 months or a year, it's actually less than that. It's a guaranteed investment. Have you ever heard of a guaranteed investment where you're like, I know if I put my money in, I'm actually going to take my money out plus some? That's what the Liberate Your Academy is. Not only I'm so confident that the Liberate Your Academy is a guaranteed investment that I'm willing to offer a full refund if you show you've done the work and you've taken the classes, right? So you've taken action. If you're not saving money, if you're not making money via the Academy, if you're not working toward financial wholeness, if you're not doing those things, you're like, I tried the Academy. It's not, I don't mind giving a refund because I'm all about really creating access for women. If I'm not transforming your life, then I failed in some way. And I'm okay with saying, you know what? I don't know what I've done wrong, but I'm going to try to do better. I would love your feedback, and here's your money back. I'm okay with that, because really it is my desire. It is I know that I have been placed here 100,000% to be a teacher. And if some way I fall short of that, I'm okay with saying, I've got to do better because I'm all for feedback. I've got to do better. I'm going to do better. I'm going to give you your money back, right? So will you be one of the 600 that locks in 40% off? Will you be one of the 600 that locks in of the few thousand that are watching that will, like I said, be one of the 600 to lock in 40% off, get your 3 Ps, the ebook and the exclusive lesson. That's $500. So literally you invest anywhere from, depending on what are the different, I always forget the prices because I know the prices when they're $49.99. So will you be $29.99, $149.95, $299? If that's you, you're gonna instantly get back $500 value. Literally a guaranteed investment. You deposit. Where can you deposit $30 and get back $500? That's what happens when you sign up for the Liberate Your Academy while we are in session right now. Right? Oh, and don't forget, before I'm going to answer some questions now, whether you have questions about the Academy or about this class today, don't forget to check your email because in a few, I'm going to be sending you, the 4 tips, my 4 key marketing tips. So just give me a minute, so I'm going to type it up. But my 4 key marketing tips, I'm going to send it to you. It literally will say freebie. Right, email. So you're going to get an email from me after class is over, and I'm going to give you those 4 key marketing tips. And plus, with all the tips that I've given you the. You see, here's the thing. I like to give value no matter what. I want you to win. I want you so badly to win. You have no idea. I've given you. In the email that brought you here, I've given you the proposal for those of you who are educators and want to make money that way. I've given you the money map. I'm giving you my top 4 tips. I'm giving that to you, and emails coming. And now I have the Liberate Your Academy that will totally transform your life. Financial wholeness is, I just can't wait for that. Right? So like I said, we're only accepting 600 new students now. So hopefully you'll be one of the 600 if for whatever reason, because without fail, this happens every time. I mean, I literally never done a class and that the site has not broken for someone. It's because so many folks rush to be in the 600 that somehow, some way, typically the system slows down, they break the site, whatever. Just be patient and, give it a moment. And if you're still having trouble, just reply to the email that brought you here, and we'll make sure that you're okay. Because I know sometimes people get upset because they don't want, because the system was down, now they're paying full price instead of your price of 40% off, right? So I don't want that for you either. So don't freak out if you're clicking the button and you're like, oh, it's not working, Tiffany, because that does happen. That just reply to the email that brought you here, and I'll make sure the Unicorn Squad, we will make sure that we will get you locked into the Liberate Your Academy at your price and not the full price. So let's take some questions on. And if you are, you just joined or you're already a member, let me know in the comments. I love welcoming new people, and I love helping new people. All right. Let me see some questions. You ready to live richer? Yes, Shonda, come on. Oh, Kim said the Academy is everything, isn't it? Look at all these dream catchers. Yes. Wow. Look at all these dream builders. Wow. So. It makes me so happy to see current people inside the Academy. Do you see how passionate they are? Like, they're already in the Academy. That should just let you know what a special, amazing place it is. Let me see. I need to work on obtaining more than one source of income. Yes, but I have all the other steps under control. Yes, you're welcome. She said, Joy said, Tiffany, thanks so much for living your purpose and ethically giving to others. Oh, you're welcome, Joy. Honestly, it is I don't know any other way to bring it. Oh my gosh, I love this legacy. Your daughter starts Howard in the fall. Yes, look at all these dream builders. Are you a new dream builder? Are you an old dream builder? Okay, Deborah is in. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, Shonda, I was ready to join the academy when my mom was diagnosed with cancer. Wow, and I had to become a full-time caregiver. I'm so sorry, Shonda. It's been a year since her passing. Well, my condolences. I don't have any regrets. It's okay. That was my purpose, yes. When the doctor said my mom only had 2 months to live. And under my care, she's been with us for 11 months. Oh, yes. See, Shonda, that is legacy. That is what financial wholeness honestly looks like, to be able to even do that. It's not just about money. It's about how do you want your life to go. My condolences, honestly, to you. And rest in perfect peace to your mother. Action, yep. Let me see. You're operating your gift. Yes. Yes. So Joe, I'm just like, you're already a member. There's new member. Okay. Wow. You love the LRA. Okay. Yes, you'll be grandfathered in. If you are, don't worry. If you like, I don't raise prices on however you get locked in, no matter what, as prices go up later, because they have gone up. We've had prices go up before. And anybody who was locked in previously, they've locked in that rate. That is always my gift, because I believe that you should be rewarded for investing in yourself. I don't want to make it harder for you to transform your life, okay? There's a race that she just purchased. How long do I have before this offer ends? This right now is when we're live, K-Dion, is when we're live. I can guarantee when we're live. If there's some issues behind the scenes, like there's some technical issues, we allow some grace, obviously. Shonda just signed up. Welcome, Shonda. Let me see. Wow, yes! Is it risk-free? Yes. So risk-free, Candace, means that if for whatever reason you sign up and you're like, I don't like it. I'm not saving money. I'm not making money. I feel like I'm not working toward my goals. And you tried. The teacher in me is like, did you try? And you tried, like you show us you took classes, we will give you your full refund. I don't mind that, because I'm not here to take from you. If I'm not giving to you, well, then I'm going to give back to you. Like in one way, shape, or form. Maybe I'm going to give you so you can transform your life, and you feel like that's not happening. I don't mind giving a refund. That's what that means, Candace. That's what that means, Candace. Let me see. Let me know if you joined. Let me know in the comments. Shoot, right? Yes, Latoya, she said she just joined. Jenny, she left her wallet in the office. Oh, Gina, send an email. Sean, you just joined. All right. How do you capitalize on compassion and serving spirit? For Chandra, I am a living proof. Right? I believe I have a servant spirit. I believe that I'm compassionate. And so what I did was I figured out what I was good at, which is teaching and financial education. And I figured out, so here's one way. If you have a hard, sometimes people have, and I'm not going to lie, I have a hard time charging because it feels uncomfortable. And I don't know why. Like even now with the academy, I know it's so awesome and so great, but it feels uncomfortable sharing it sometimes. But in the beginning, what I did was I didn't have anything that sold to people like directly. And so what I did was I worked with agencies in my city. And what I said was like, I live in Newark and I work with like the United Way, Boys and Girls Club. And what I did was I said, hey, agency, can you pay me to do these good works in the community? So that's a one way to kind of start, That's a one way that you can kind of do it. So, cause I'm not going to lie, like, and let me tell you how the academy started. I am so stubborn. It's hard, especially I think sometimes for women to say, hey, I have a good thing. And here's the truth. This is what my business coach told me. She said, Tiffany, if you don't put this thing out there, there's so many women that could be helped. You're so scared to say a thing costs, because I used to do everything for free and it was killing me. I had no money. I was sleeping on my sister's couch. She said, look how many people you were helping when you were dead broke, right? Especially as a business. 10,000 people. Now look what happened as you started charging reasonable rate, even though it's not the 100 that she told me. And even now, if you join live, it's not even the $49.99, which I'm sure she's watching and cringing. Oh, well, girl, it's happening. Only for the live folks. Okay, Jessica, don't kill me. One of the things I learned is that the more that if I'm able to run a good, solid business, then I'm able to serve more people. It went from 10,000 in my audience to 100,000, then 200, 300. Now the Budgetnista audience altogether is nearly 1 million women. I could not do that without providing something. And even then, I'm not going to lie, the academy wasn't even originally my idea because I was so stubborn. I was like, I don't want to. I didn't feel comfortable. You know who made me do it? Dreamcatchers, y'all. literally every single day in my inbox, Tiffany, can you show me how to do this? Oh, I don't know how. Can you show me how to do this? I don't know how. But meanwhile, I was doing it. Can you show me how to invest in stocks? I don't know how. Tila, my stock investment coach, was teaching me. Can you show me how to get student loan forgiveness? I don't know how. Natalie, my student loan coach, was teaching me. Tiffany, can you show me how to shift my money mindset? Well, you know what? I had help. Ash Cash, my money mindset coach, was showing me. So I was doing it for myself, and I thought, how selfish. Tiffany, you're doing all of this, transforming your life, and because you're afraid to build something that's going to cost money, because you know that the platform cost, the design cost, the customer support cost, the management, all these things cost, you're afraid to put a dollar amount on it, so you're not doing it. So that means all those emails are going unanswered. Meanwhile, you're transforming your life. But that's you being a good person because you don't want to charge nobody. So it was really y'all that made me create the academy and say, and now that we've helped tens of thousands of women, and I can see the transformation, women, I literally have had at least a handful of women that went from homeless to homeowners. Yo, when I tell you the tears I wept, I actually met one woman in person not too long ago. She came up to me and was like, I was homeless for a while. I took some of your courses. It helped me so much. And now, not that she was buying a home, but she was ready to buy an apartment. To get an apartment with her and her kids. And I was like, I was weeping, she was weeping, I was crying, we was hugging, and she was like, I can't seem to find an apartment. Here's my budget. And I was like, you know what? I went on my social media and I posted, hey, a friend of mine, because she's my friend now. Hey girl, hey Sharon. A friend of mine is looking for an apartment, and I think it was $1,700 for 3 bedrooms. That's the most she can afford, which might seem like a lot, but in New Jersey, it's not that much money, right? And then here are the neighborhood she's looking at. And don't you know, all these realtors came into my comments and waived their fee to help her find a place. Don't get me to crying. Okay, let me get it together. When I tell you how powerful that is the Live Richer Academy. That's what I want. That's why I do what I do, to help take you from where you are to where you want to be. I told myself I was going to cry. I'm sorry, okay? But it's really important to me to help as many people as possible. Okay, I'm going to wrap up today. Honestly, I had no intention of crying. I can't believe I cried, but thinking about Sharon and how she's transforming her life is like, it's everything. So, okay, Tiffany, honestly, I can't believe I'm crying. Okay, I'm going to get it together. But that's why we do what we do. But not just me. My team is equally as passionate. It's equally as passionate. If you only knew, I'm sure you can tell now how much I really, truly care. I want you to do better. I want you to reach financial wholeness. I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to be feeling like there's no hope. I don't want you to be, because I've been there before and I know how hard it is. I know how Sharon is feeling. I was lucky that I wasn't homeless because I had family and friends. Thank God I could sleep on couches. My parents let me move back home. But if I didn't have my sister's couch or my parents' spare bedroom, I would have been just where Sharon is. So I know that feeling. So it's the reason why I go so hard. It's the reason why I say I'm not charging $100 a month. Because can Sharon afford that? Come on now. And it's the reason why even then, the part of me feels so bad that I'm like, dang, even at $50 a month, what if somebody can't afford that? So let me bring it down to $1 a day, at least temporarily, so people can afford that. It's so important to me to help as many women as possible. I know that my life's mission is to provide as much access to as many women as possible. And I don't want the financials to be a barrier to your success. But I also understand that I have to run a business. It's not just y'all that have to look after the unicorn squad. I have to make sure they can look after their family, right? The people who the servers on the site, I don't know, the technical stuff, right? They're not going to let me do that for free. There's just no way I can help tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and hopefully millions of women without charging something. And so, but this is the way I can do so with integrity, with like something that sits well in my spirit, knowing $1 a day. If you can buy a cup of coffee, if you can buy lunch, if you can get your hair done, if you can get your nails done, these are all great things that I want you to continue to do. But if somehow you can squeeze those things out, that you can also squeeze investing in yourself. It is worth it. It is worth it. Even if it's not this, it is worth it to invest in yourself. You can only take yourself as far as you know how. At some point, something else has to come in to the mix. At some point, something else has to come in. Is it going to be this? I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, as low as a lift as possible for you. We hold your hand through the process. You're not alone. There are tens of thousands of other women inside the academy who are like, yes, I too am working toward, girl, you my sister. Now we in the academy now, you know? So it is really something that I'm really, really proud of. And so I see so many, Amma says she just signed up for the year. Oh, Amma, welcome. Jasmine, she says, thank you, Tiffany. I truly enjoy your teachings. You're welcome. Yeah, Shonda is in the 600. Yes, I love that. Can you give me a mind mapping example? Danya, reply to the email that sent you here, and I'll give you like my paper filled out. Okay, like I'll show you like what it looks like. 'Cause I know it can be a little confusing. So the email that brought you here, just hit reply and ask that same question. Falanda, she said, I signed up. I'm excited because I want to see a change and want to transform my life and the lives of others. Yes, Falanda, I love that. Jonivi, that's a beautiful name. I know I'm saying right. Johnny VB. Sorry, she said that she joined. Kanisha just joined. I'm excited. Sarita's already a member. Okay, Davita's already a member. Roshonda is a new DB. Yes, Monique, Dream Builder. Yes, I love that. Look at Maya. She says the academy is everything. It is everything, right? Shanika, she just joined and excited to learn all that she can. Yes, this is so amazing. Honestly, we are in the process of really upgrading fully to 2.0. There's many phases of the academy to really upgrade. And I'm wanting you to lock in now, because as it gets better, it's going to cost more, but never for you. It will never cost more for you than what it is now. It is my promise. That is something that I stand behind fully, that as we do better, I want you to always have access right where you are now. If you're already a member and you're like, wow, I'm paying month to month, when I could save, and I love it, but I could save if I become yearly by saving for 2 months, getting 2 months free, hit reply to the email that brought you here, and the Unicorn Squad will upgrade you. So here's the thing. I'm somebody who's nervous. I might say, I'm going to start off monthly just to see. After 2 or 3 months, I'm like, ooh, love it. Upgrade to 6 months or to really 1 year, because why not save 2 months, right? And so it doesn't make sense to pay an extra $60 a year. Get your money, save your money, put it towards something else. Put it towards some cute shoes or something like that. Put it towards savings or investing, actually. Let me not talk about cute shoes, right? Let me see. Falanda, Geneva, I'm just looking at some of your, any advice for folks who are looking to create a second stream of income but feel crippled by student loans? Yes, Ayana, there's a class inside the academy, Side Hustles with Sandy. When I say that class is everything, Sandy was crippled by student loan debt. $80,000. Sandy started side hustling and selling things on Amazon. She paid off her student loan debt in, I think, 1.5 years, maybe even less than that time. $80,000. Sandy, full-time working as an HR professional. She teaches Side Hustle with Sandy as a class inside the academy. Perfect for you. How amazing. You asked a question and here it is for you to receive that. You're locked in, Valerie. Yes. Marva, LRA member, I need to work on making another source of income. You just lost your job. Sonia, don't worry. I know that not worrying is hard, but a way is being made. The fact that you're here, I don't believe in coincidences. The fact that you're here, Sonia, even if you just take what you learned right here, there's transformation in your future. There's transformation now. Vanessa, I'm a DBM. I'm so thankful. I have learned so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, Shonda, I couldn't afford 6 months and 1 year right now, but I couldn't let the opportunity pass. Honestly, I'm literally tears, Shonda. Don't get me to start crying again. That's okay, Shonda. I couldn't, back in the day, I might have passed on this. I might have been like, oh my gosh. But likely I probably would have asked my sister to help spot me, because I know that I'm telling you now, it was only through investing in myself and taking the leap and jumping and know that I was worthy and I deserved the opportunity to live a richer life. I deserved financial wholeness. I deserved to go from where I am to what I be. I deserve that. I deserve to be guided on the path. I deserve not to be alone and afraid and scared anymore. I deserve to learn. I deserve to earn. I deserve to serve. I deserve to save. I deserve those things. And it's those things that help take me to where I am now. But it took a long time to unlock that feeling of deserving. Why shouldn't I have those things? Why? And so I'm glad that you took that leap. Valon, let me see. Desiree, I'm just like, there's so many new members. I'm just looking to see if you guys have any additional questions. Oh, Nicole said, I so appreciate this free session. I'm trying to lift others just as you and hope to learn so much from you. Nicole, you're so welcome. Nicole Nurse. Is that your real last name? I love that last name. Vivian, love that name. Already a member. Yvette, I'm currently unemployed and trying to go start my own business with limited funds. I have been there. Literally, that's how I started the Budgetnista. Vivette, ask yourself. So, Vivette, here's a tip. Digital products, meaning not even digital, informational products are low cost, meaning is there something that you know how to do that you can teach someone? So you can teach someone, literally go to their house and teach it to them, because it doesn't necessarily cost you anything but gas, right? Or maybe they can meet you at the library. Or maybe they can meet you someplace where you can walk to so you don't have to spend gas. So that's a great way to start. That's what I did. Literally, I used to walk onto the local library, have people meet me with their $100 in hand, and I'll take the 100 and I'll help them build a budget. So figure out, Yvette, if you don't have any money whatsoever because you're unemployed. So that's a great kind of entry into starting to make money. I went from that $100 per person into a 7-figure business. So believe me, Yvette, and I was unemployed for, until I started my business, probably 3 years. Like I said, I was sleeping on my sister's couch, so it's possible. Okay, the marketing tools, Davida, you're going to get those marketing tools sent to you via email. They're going to be sent in a minute. Okay, so you're going to check your email. It should say freebie. If you don't see it, type it in freebie in your search box, because it should sometimes it's like goes to spam and stuff like that, but I'm going to send it in a minute. Okay. Oh, you just joined. Yes, Renee is 67. Never too late. Never too late, Renee. Welcome. Yes, Renee. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I don't want to keep you guys too long. I want to make sure that, listen, now you have me crying. I know. I was not trying to cry. All right, y'all. I just want to make sure that answers as many questions as possible. Valanda, will the deduction, that's a, Valanda, girl, you smart. I'm going to end on this because Valanda is a genius. She said, oh, where did it go? I think what you were saying, Valanda, is if you take this and you pay them the 6 months or the year or whatever, can you deduct it as a business expense? You sure can. Well, let me stop. I'm not an accountant. I'm not allowed to give, let me reel it back. Legally, I'm not allowed to give you accounting advice. I'm not. But go to your accountant. I'm almost positive that you can, allegedly. You can, because anything a tool that you're using to help to grow, maintain, or run your business is typically an expense that you can write off. So if you're using the academy for that purpose, yes, I didn't even think about that. Yes, that it's possible that the academy is actually a write-off for your business. Because all those people that I hire to help get me up and running, all the people that I continue to use that are inside the academy teaching you, all those people, I write those things off because it's for the business, right? So yes, absolutely, for sure. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, okay. So let me log off now. Yeah, so many amazing people. All right. Let me log off now. All right, because I don't want to start crying again. So I hope you found this useful. If you have, remember, when you teach, you learn twice. I'm just gonna share this last screen with you because I really want you to have it and to keep it. This screen right here, the financial wholeness. Have it, keep it, share it on social, send it to me. I'm just gonna go back because this is so important to me. If nothing else, I want you to understand this, and I want you to calculate what percentage of financial wholeness have you achieved, and what else do you need to work on. Take a screenshot really quickly, and I'm going to end on this note. And I just want to say thank you for sharing this time with me. I always appreciate when people allow me to share my gifts with them. It makes me happy to teach, honestly. It truly fulfills my purpose and passion in life, which is to teach, to serve, to help others, especially women and children, quite honestly, because I used to be a preschool teacher. So thank you. Like I said, take this picture, keep it with you, screenshot, take a picture on your phone, share it on social media, tag me. I want to create a movement that transforms the world. And I know the best way to transform this world is through its women. All right. Bye. Oh, Tish, welcome to the Academy, girl. Okay, bye.